classes.
So here's some of the things we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about our compost education goals and some of the things we've done with it this year. We're going to be talking about our CRB buyback project and some of the other things that compost done this year. So first we want to talk about our compost contamination project. So this is one of the things we mentioned at our last presentation, and to further that this year we created flyers about composting, specifically on composting, but also on resorting in general. So with that, we educated the Pleasanton community through distributing these flyers and fairs and things. And some of the things on those flyers was a Pleasanton free compost hub. Next slide. So these flyers were distributed at the Innovation Fair, Earth Day Fair, and Make a Difference Festival. The free compost pickup was one of the things that interested residents mainly because it was because many residents were unaware of it. We also distributed sorting guides on more specifically waste sorting. And next slide. So these are some of the examples of the flyers we handed out. So on the left is the sorting guide, Pleasanton Organics, where it talks about compost sorting, focuses specifically on compost, and also advertises the resource app from Stop Waste, where residents can put in their zip code and the item they want to dispose of, and to see which bin it's recycled in, or compost, or landfill. And then if it is not available to be disposed of in any of those 3 bins, it can be disposed of at the local center, which the app will also tell you about. The center flyer is the free compost service. So Pleasanton residents have access to this service, and it has the timing and the address on here, which a lot of residents found would be helpful for gardening and things like that. And then the last flyer is the Pleasanton sorting guide, which talks about sorting for the 3 bins, and this applies mainly to Pleasanton. It might be different for other cities, but for Pleasanton, these are usually the restrictions and guidelines, and then also mentions the resource app at the bottom. Next slide.
Alright, so this is a reminder of our CRV buyback project, which we presented last time. There are 31 stores in Pleasanton that are supposed to accept CRV buyback, and by law you can bring up to 50 aluminum, 50 glass, 50 plastic, and 50 bimetal per visit, and usually that also means per person when you arrive there. So our goal was to visit all 31 stores to verify if they were actively participating in CRV buyback. Next slide, please. So we were able to visit 25 locations in Pleasanton, excluding the liquor and the spirit stores. And 20 of those locations were actively participating, and 5 of them were not. So what we found in these visits was that each store tended to have a certain process that was kind of more unique to their stores when you arrived there. For example, there would be different guidelines on whether they would provide bags, or if you were expected to bring a bag and have it already filled with your sorted cans. Another thing was that, like we said, 5 of the locations were not participating. So for example, the CVS next to Starbucks, I think it's on Santa Rita, they said that they were too close to the recycling center, that they weren't actually accepting, even though they were listed as actively participating. So they just referred us to the nearby recycling center. And other places like the Middle Arc Dairy, maybe because they are run a little bit by high schoolers more, but they did say that they knew that they were part of this system, but they were not actively doing it, and so they could not accept the bottles. And all of this information can be found in our CRV buyback data collection report, which can be sent out by this page. And now for our school club. We've been ongoing with our activities in our small groups and our full group. Our small groups were youth outreach, policy advocacy, and fundraising. In youth outreach, they went to 4 schools this year and 11 classrooms, reaching approximately over 175 students. In policy advocacy, they've been working on connecting businesses to the Too Good To Go app, which allows them to kind of recycle any excess food left over in their business. And then fundraising has been working on the sustainability shop, designing new hand-drawn designs and putting them on tote bags to raise funds for our club, which they've also been able to sell at other places like Pigskin and our club fair at Amador. And then, like we said, we participated in the Innovation Fair and the Earth Day Fair, as well as the Make a Difference Festival, and the fairs were where we were able to present the compost education flyers. And then we've also had Missy Laura Page as one of our guest speakers in one of our more recent meetings, and she was able to have a really nice presentation to all our students about her job and inspire them. So that was fun.
So that's the end of our presentation. Thank you so much for your time and inviting us back. Are there any questions or comments?